Welcome to the module 2.5a, Introduction to Scratch Junior, recommended for primary school. General Introduction to Scratch Junior. Scratch Junior is a visual programming language designed for children of different age groups. Developed by the MIT Media Lab, it's a simplified and adapted version of the popular Scratch programming environment. Its intuitive and colorful interface makes programming accessible even to preschool children. Educational function of Scratch Junior. Using Scratch Junior, various skills can be developed and promoted. Promotes computational thinking, introduces a basic concept of computational thinking, including algorithmics, sequences, and problem solving. Helps children develop an organizational and logical mindset. Develops mathematical and linguistic skills. Through the implementation of projects, children can acquire basic mathematical skills, such as counting and measuring, and improve language skills through storytelling and dialogue in their projects. Encouraging collaboration and social problem solving. Scratch Junior can be used in group setting, encouraging collaboration and social problem solving. Stimulates creativity. It provides an environment where children can express their creativity through the creation of animated stories, games, and interactions. Users can create characters, background, and add sounds. Provide a learning by doing approach. It offers a practical and engaging way to introduce programming concepts, allowing children to directly experience and immediately see the results of their actions. Support interdisciplinary learning. Teacher can integrate Scratch Junior project into different subjects, facilitating interdisciplinary learning through the triaction of stories, simulation, and presentations. Integrates technology into learning paths. It introduces children to the world of technology in a fun and educational way, preparing them for a future in which digital competence is increasingly important. Technical approach to Scratch Junior.
How to start with Scratch Junior. First step. Download the Scratch Junior application from your store. Once the application is open, tap the Home button to open My Projects. Next, open a new Scratch project by tapping on the plus symbol. Give the project a name by clicking on the bookmark at the top right of the screen.
We will now look at the main commands of Scratch Junior. To save the project, tap the Home symbol. The stage is the central part of the project and is where the animation will take place. To delete a character, press and hold it. Tap the Presentation Mode command to extend the stage to the full screen. You can use the X-Y grid by tapping the grid symbol. To change the background of the current stage, select the Change Background command. Also, above the stage is command to add a short text as a title. The Reset Characters command allows you to reset all characters to their starting position. To define the starting position, drag the character to desired position within the stage. Tap on it to start all programming script starting with the block Start when tapped on green flag. The Project Information command is the command we saw in the previous video. It allows you to change the title of the project. The command in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is called Undo and Redo and allows you to undo the last action when we have made a mistake. The white area at the bottom is the programming area. Here, the different blocks are dragged and connected to create the script. This is the basic programming script for giving instruction to the character. The script consists of a series of sequentially connected blocks. The blocks palette is a menu of programming blocks. Drag a block into the programming area, then tap on it to see what it does. In this portion of the interface are the 6 categories of blocks. Tapping on one of them opens the blocks palette. The first of 6 categories of blocks is called triggering blocks. Triggering blocks determine which event should trigger to start of the animation. The second category of blocks control the character's movement, are called motion blocks. The purple category allows the character to communicate something or change certain characteristics of their appearance. Green block categories allow you to add sounds. Orange blocks guide to flow of action according to the project requirement. These blocks are called control blocks. The red blocks are the end of programming. To add a character, tap the plus symbol. In this portion of the interface are the different characters that have been chosen for the story. Touch the brush symbol to change the character. Now, let us see within the individual blocks categories what commands there are. The first command starting from the left is one called green flag. This block initiates a series of commands that will be activated when the green flag in the top right hand corner is touched. The script starts when you touch the character. In this case, the script will start when the character is touched by another character. The script is started when it receives a programming message. This block sends a programming message. The second category of block is light blue and allows movement of the character. The first 4 controls allow the character to move to the right, left, up and down. The second 2 controls allow the character to rotate clockwise and anti-clockwise. This command allows the character to move upwards and then downwards. The Go Home command returns to the character to the starting position. Now let's look at the purple commands called Look blocks. The first is a command to create a speech bubble above the character. The next 2 commands allow you to change the size of character. The next command resets the default size. The last 2 commands allow the character to be shown and hidden. We will now look at the sound commands that allow sound to be inserted. The first commands play the pop sound. Instead, the second command allows a sound to be recorded. Orange commands are called control blocks. The first command introduces a wait between commands. The stop command stops all scripts. The set speed command changes the execution speed of certain blocks. The repeat command allows you to insert a block within it. The inserted block command is repeated for a specific number of times. The last set of commands are the commands called end blocks. The first command allows the script to be stopped. The second command allows the script to be repeated forever. Finally, the last command allows you to change the background. Now, let's see how to use the commands just described to edit a project in Scratch Junior.
First of all, we have to delete the cat character. By holding down on the character, the X symbol will appear. allowing us to delete the cat. Next, by touching the background symbol above the stage, we can access the background menu. We choose the background according to the story we want to build. In this case, I choose the moon background. Once this is done, I tap on the plus symbol at the top left to add a character. In this case, I choose the character called Talk. I decided to place the first character of the story at the bottom left of the stage. Now I add another character, Rocket. And I place it to the right of the stage. I start programming Talk. I then tap on the character to open the programming area. At the bottom, the first block I enter is a triggering blocks command, specifically start on the green flag. All the commands I enter afterwards will be activated when I touch the green flag in the top right hand corner. At this point, I decide to insert a communication block and enter the phrase I want my character to say. Lastly, I test the script by touching the green flag symbol. I add a movement to bring him closer to the rocket. I tried the script again and decide to change the number of steps in the movement. Next, I add a new communication. And I run the script again by touching the green flag. Finally, I choose to add the command hoop. As a last command, I decided to insert the hide block. At this point, I add a new background to continue the story. I tap on the plus symbol to the right of the screen. As before, I delete the character cat. And I choose the new background. In the new background, there are no characters that were inserted before. I decided that when the character talk finishes all the blocks, I must change the background. To do this, I tap the end blocks commands and add the last go to page. This way, when my character disappears, the background changes automatically. I add the new characters to continue the story. In this case, I want the scripts to start when I touch the character and no longer when I touch the green flag. I add the pop sound and start a new conversation. I continue programming to continue my story. This was just an example of programming. There are several ways to edit a story.
On the course page, you will find a PDF document entitled Create Your Story. Follow the directions to carry out the guided exercise on Scratch Junior. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you at the next module.